Good morning, dear children. Today we will continue with the chapter 8, that is our skeletal system and the skin. Let's recall, children, what we have learned in the previous video. We have learned about human skeletal system. We have studied about bones. We have also done the axial and appendicular skeletal. Children, today further we are going to learn about joints, types of joints, function and structure of the skin, and melanin also. Let's begin, children. So, first one is joints. What are joints? Yeah, joints are the places where two or more than two bones are connected to each other. Joints are of two types. First one is movable joint and the second one is immovable joints. Bones which can move are known as movable joint. On the other hand, children, bones which cannot move are immovable joint. The examples of the movable joints are bones of the arms and legs. You can move your arms and legs. Yes, children? You can move your hands and legs also. Yeah, they are movable joints. And the bones of the skull. So you can move your nose here and there. No? Yeah. So these are the immovable joints. So there are three types of joints, which are hinge joint, ball and socket joint, gliding joint. Let's see one by one in detail. So we will study these movable joints. The first one is hinge joint. What does hinge joint do? This is a type of joint which allows the movement of the bones only in one direction. It moves in a 180-degree angle. So, where can you see this hinge joint? Yeah, children, it is seen in the elbow. You can move your elbow and the knee in one direction only. Children, so you can keep in mind that hinge joint has the movement of bones only in one direction, that is in the elbow and the knee joint. Okay, children? Our next joint is ball and socket joint. As you can see the ball and the socket. So what it does, the ball fits in the socket perfectly. Yeah. In this type of joint, the bones can move into two or more directions. They can move in two or more directions. So what is the angle? Yeah, it moves in an angle of 360 degree. Example, shoulder. As you have done exercise in your PT classes, children. Yeah, you can move your shoulder anywhere in two direction or maybe more than two direction. So this type of bones move in 360-degree angle. So where can you find this ball and socket joint? Yeah, you can find this in shoulder as well as and hip joints. Okay, children? Children, our next joint is gliding joint. Okay, in this type of joint, the bones can only slide over each other. For example, you can see this gliding joint in your wrist or your ankle joints. Okay, so next we will see, children, about the skin. So what is skin? Yeah, skin is an important and a large organ of all living organisms. The skin has hairs as well as have hairs on your hand. Okay, So the skin has hairs. The skin also has nails. Your nails are present on the skin, right children? The skin gives us the sense of touch. The skin is, hence it is very important sensory organ we can say. So what are the functions of the skin? Yeah, the skin is there for some purpose only. Yes children. So mainly the purpose of the skin is protection. So the skin protects the internal parts of the body like bones, muscles, organ system, etc. So bones protect the internal organs, but there should be some layer which protects the bone as well as. So who protects the bone and muscles? Yeah, the skin is the one who protects the internal parts, that is muscles, bone or organ system, etc. So it also helps to moisture in the body. What does skin do? Yeah, skin also synthesizes vitamin D. When the skin has exposed to the sunlight, it synthesizes the vitamin D. Yeah, what does the skin do? The skin release sweat for what? To regulate the body temperature. A body temperature should be maintained. For that, the sweat is released from the body. Our skin protects us from the heat and cold also. Okay, so this skin also works for the protection. When there is heat or whenever there is cold, skin function as a sensory organ for the touch. So whenever you touch any hot pen children or something you can feel it, you immediately move your hand backwards. So this is nothing but a sensory organ. Hence it is a sensory organ for touch. Okay children? Let's see the structure of the skin. Human skin is made up of two main layers. The outermost layer is called as the epidermis and the layer below the epidermis is called as dermis. You can see in the figure epidermis and below the epidermis there is a what? Dermis. And below the dermis there are networks of blood vessels and nerve fiber present. Also below this network there is layer called as subcutaneous layer present which maintains the body temperature as we saw in the function. Whenever you walk or play in the sun, you always get tired, but at the same time your skin also becomes wet. How does your skin becomes wet? Yeah, it is nothing but a sweat which comes out of your body. So inside the skin there are various glands which secrete this fat and they are called as the sweat glands which is present below the skin. Okay students? Now children, let's see what is melanin. Melanin is a pigment which is present in the cells of the epidermis. What does this melanin do? Yeah, this melanin is synthesized in certain glands in the skin. So, whoever is fair or dark is decided by whom? Yeah, the percentage of melanin present in them. Okay, children? Melanin protects our skin and the inner parts from the harmful UV rays, that is ultraviolet rays, which comes from the sun. Now, do you know children? The color of your hair is jet black. So, how is it possible? It is due to the pure melanin. While One who have the brown or the lighter hair is also due to the sulfur in the melanin, and reddish hair is due to iron in the melanin. So, whoever there is jet black hair, it is pure melanin. When there is sulfur mixed with melanin, your hair will be brown or little lighter than brown. And whenever the hairs which are naturally red in color is due to the iron which is mixed with the melanin in our skin. Okay, students? Have you ever observed your skin and your grandmother or maybe grandfather's skin or any old people which is present in your house? Have you seen their skin, children? Yeah. What is the difference between your skin and their skin? Yes. As an individual, when it grows older, the proportion of the fat which is there under the skin it reduces. The proportion of fat which is there under the skin, what does it do? Yeah, it reduces. So, however, the previous skin which is present, it does not shrink. So, this causes the wrinkles on the skin of the older people. Okay, children? Now, the next one, children, always remember for the health of our skin, it is important to keep it clean. So, children, for the health of our skin, what we have to do? Yeah, we have to keep our skin clean every time. Discriminating between people based on their skin color is unscientific and wrong. Avoid the temptation of using artificial means to become fair. Now it's time for recap, children, what we have learned in this lesson. So far, children, we have learned the first one is all the bones in the body along with the cartilage together form the skeletal system. The next one, the skeleton gives shape and support to the body. Third one, the outer covering of the body is called the skin. Next one, the skeletal system and the skin perform the important function of protecting the body and the internal body parts. Next one, we must take care of our skeletal system and the skin. Next one, the skull, the rib cage, the backbone, and the bones of the arms and legs are the main parts of the human skeletal system. And the last one, epidermis and dermis are the two main layers of the human skin. Okay, students? Students, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you. Stay safe.